Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and today it's a pre-recorded video that I recorded. I think it was on Friday or Saturday, I think, of last week. I'm not entirely sure when it was, but anyways, it's basically an update to the Gravekeeper deck. I know that I know I've played the deck before, and the whole new version was running like 3Ds, but it wasn't really working that well. And most of the time, you were just breaking with like low-level monsters, and if your opponent was able to summon like a high-attack monster that couldn't be targeted, like a Hazy Flame, you'd get destroyed. I switched it out a little bit. I added more mirror walls and took out the enemy controllers. Added the wall of disruptions as well. So let's go ahead and get into the deck profile, and then I'll go ahead and show you some replays. So I added 2 Gravekeeper's Oracle, 1 Gravekeeper's Chief, 3 Gravekeeper Recruiters, 3 Gravekeeper's Priestesses. It's one of the lock cards, and I still want to keep the lock, I guess, feature of the deck because it is a good feature, and if you're playing against higher end decks, most of the time you're just gonna win. 1 Gravekeeper Spear Soldier, 1 Gravekeeper Assailant, 2 Hidden Temples of Necro Valley, 3 Mirror Wall, 2 Wall of Disruptions, 1 Curse of Anubis, and 1 Windstorm of Ataqua. So like I said, basically the deck is meant to go ahead and lock your opponent in with this, but if that doesn't work, you go ahead and use the Searchers and Tribute for this guy. This guy's actually really good. You can manage to take on really high attack monsters like Blue Ice and everything by decreasing their attack. And if they have a ton of defense cards, or you're playing against like a burn deck, this guy destroys everything that's face down in defense also. So it has multiple like purposes and then multiple uses well, the effect is just all around. It's a really good effect. The downside is that you can only tribute Gravekeepers, but in this deck is not really a downside because everything's a Gravekeeper in it. One of the key things that I do want to mention is that the effect of Gravekeeper's Priestess doesn't activate if your opponent has a field spell. So if you're like really low rank and you're playing against Rex Raptors and Mako Tsunamis and Kaibas with the effect where they start out with a field spell, this is basically useless. And that's why I dropped it down to 2 instead of having it at 3, because if you're playing in the lower ranks, you don't want to draw this card because it's basically going to be a dead draw. And this the Priestess is so low attack that it basically doesn't do anything. It would have been a little bit better if the Priestess had the effect of Necro Valley to where monsters in the graveyard couldn't be targeted. That way, no graveyard effects activate. But it doesn't have that effect. It's just treated as Necro Valley. It doesn't treat it, or it doesn't have the effect of Necro Valley. So if you're playing against those lower ranks, that whole combo is not going to work at all. So let's go ahead and get into the replays, and hopefully they haven't been deleted or anything. And the Casey Cup in the last 2 or the last 3 days or 4, I didn't really get to play much. I had a ton of work. Let's see. Let's get into. I don't even know where I ended up. Probably not high enough to do anything. I hate how that crashes. You have to reload twice. Alright. Okay. So I think these are the correct. It's 217, which was on. So it says the 20th, so the 17th would have been 3 days ago. That would have been, yeah, it would have been Saturday, I think. But playing against Bones, I think this guy's playing Hazy Flames or like a straight up Red Eye Zombie deck. Don't remember it. Alright, straight to the grave. Starts out with Wasteland. Alright, Gosuka. Yeah, I think he's running Red Ice. So I'll go ahead and summon set since I can't really do much of anything, just wait to go ahead and try to get into something. So Gosuka's effect activates since the Red Ice attacks. I go ahead and search for a Priestess, I think, yeah. And here I didn't know that you couldn't activate the lock effect, so I summoned the Priestess and attack him thinking I was going to go ahead and lock it, and then Hidden Temple of Necro couldn't be activated because he already has a Wasteland up. So that was completely useless, and basically I think I end up losing the game because of that. He's just attacking for a ton of damage. So and that's one of the big things with the deck is that If your opponent has a field spell, your deck's really not gonna do much of anything. And here he Curse of Anubis, so his monsters stay at a high attack. So there's really nothing I can do at this point, basically. I tribute the oracles. They all drop by 2,000 attack and defense, so everything's basically really low. So here I just start attacking, and I'm at 150 life points, and I kind of managed to survive for like several turns, but at the end he ends up managing to get over my monsters and gets over the 150. I think he has a another super rush or a trap jammer or something, but he manages to win somehow. I don't remember how. Oh yeah, so he did have another super rush. And here I wanted to go ahead and trigger the effect of Recruiter to try to get another Oracle, but I think I already had 2 Oracles. I can't remember if I did or what the reason was behind that. But anyways, that monster ends up winning the game for him, the new Red Eye Zombie Dragon that he summoned. That Storm wins him the game completely. He's changed 2 spirits. And that's basically game for me, because everything on my side of the field is going to get destroyed, and that's 3 cards. And basically I can't respond with anything, and that's a game. Let me put the volume of this just down a little bit. Okay, so I think that just crashed, but anyways. Oh no, Dan, it just didn't have any sound. Alright, so Chess, Princeton, can't remember what he was running, but we'll find out here shortly. Okay. And I'm going second. So I get a decent hand. It's not like an amazing hand, but it is decent. He doesn't summon anything, and I did summon the Assailant because it's the highest attack monster that I have currently. So he Ladybugs, and I just keep attacking. I don't summon anything because I was thinking since he's running Ladybug, he probably has the Lava Golems or is running some sort of burn deck. So yeah, and I did summon or he activated the skill where I get a token. And tribute both of them for Lava Golem. Then I go ahead and tribute for the Gravekeeper Chief, get the effect, and bring out the Assailant. He Curses of Anubis, which is kind of unfortunate. Here I was fearing another Lava Golem, but I don't think he had another Lava Golem, or I don't think he draws into it. And here I summon to where he can't special summon anything. He Windstorms again, but I did leave that in defense because I kind of read that he had a Windstorm, that way I left it in defense. And now since there's no possibility of Windstorm, I can just put everything to attack mode and just try to attack with everything. Get draining shields, but doesn't really matter. I think it's gonna be a game shortly after anyways. Attack between 100. Another Golden Ladybug. And most of the time when you see Golden Ladybug, you know they're gonna be playing some sort of burn deck. And you know they're going to have Lava Golem in their deck, and that's why you always try to play conservative whenever you see the Ladybugs. Alright, so the next one against Bandit Keith. This may be or might be a Phoenix deck, I don't remember. I think that's going to be the theme of today's video, is that I can't remember what it was. I'm going first. Alright, so I did, I keep that hand. I don't restart because I think this is a really good hand since I do have a Recruiter and I have an Oracle. So I set Recruiter instead of the 2 traps. Which if I was playing like in a higher ranked game, I think it's, I wouldn't set both of them, I would have just set one of the back rows, probably the Windstorm. Alright, he fusions into the Red Eye / Dragon, which is kind of unfortunate for me, but I go ahead and Windstorm anyways. because I do want to keep the recruiter so I can go ahead and tribute it and then be able to get over the red ice. So recruiter's effect activates and the oracle activates. I go ahead and decrease everything by 2,000. I get another oracle so that way I can go ahead and go over another red ice just in case he's able to go ahead and summon another red ice. Here he gets another polymerization for the Blazeman, which is I guess his deck's working perfectly fine. Most of the time when I'm playing the deck, I never draw into anything, and I just decided to quit on that deck because it wasn't really doing much of anything for me. But when it seems that whenever someone's playing against me, they just draw like a god tier hand, or like the perfect hand, and then he surrenders after that because he doesn't really or can't do anything after that. No, I can click that. I'm gonna have to get out of that. Let's load fast so we can get out. Get out. Duel. Stomp. Replay. Alright, we're on the one with Bandit Key. The next one was Chess Prince. I think this is the last one. Oh, and for those of you that were asking what kind of microphone I had, it's a Blue Yeti. Got it off of Amazon. I'll see if I can leave a link down in the description below of everything that I'm using. I think most of the time I post it down in the description below. But anyways, I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone. I'm not really sure what else you might want to know. Keyboard's Black Widow Chroma 2. The mouse is a Logitech something, like a 5 something, can't remember what it was. Let me see if I can find it on here. Like an M510, I think it was like $10, right? It's not that expensive. And basically that's it. If you have like a specific question about something, just leave it in the comment section below and I'll try to see if I can answer it. I'll go ahead and answer it. Oh, and the recordings that I use. I know I've always said what recordings I'm using or what software I'm using. I'm using a mixture of OBS Studios, which is free, Camtasia, which you do have to pay to get it, but you can go ahead and find some deals on it. Most of the time, I think it's like 200 something, but you can find it for like $60 on the internet. I think I found mine for like $60. I also use Snagit 13 for whenever I do like live recordings or whenever there's like a new box of that I need to review. I use Snagit, and for videos like this, it's basically I go ahead and get on the PC, use the PC app, play it, stream that to my OBS, connect the Yeti to it. And then once it gets recorded, I save the recording. I go ahead and grab the recording, throw it into Camtasia, add the intro and out the outro, which I already have like set up to where I can just drop the video. And then after that, I can go ahead and just save after it. I share it to my local drive, and which is a Fire CUDA 2 terabyte. And then after that, I upload it to YouTube. So it's an extremely simple thing. It was kind of hard for me to go ahead and get everything started though, because I really didn't know where to start or how to do it. But if you want a tutorial, just let me know, and if you want to start your own channel, that's fine. I can go ahead and show you how to do it, because most of the time, most of the people that you ask online, they're not willing to help you at all. And I had to figure everything out myself. I spent hours and hours on end trying to go ahead and figure everything out. There was another YouTuber, his name's Evil Gamer. He's the one that told me about Camtasia. I found out OBS Studios from Twitch, and then I figured out that you can use OBS Studios to just go ahead and do a live recording on your PC like I'm doing now. Anyways, I don't think you really need such a high-end graphics card or anything like that. I think the one that I was using before, it was like a Radeon something that was that it came like stock with a PC that I had, but I recently upgraded to a 1050 Ti, which is I mean, I don't do much gaming on my PC, so it does the job. and I think I don't really notice much of any difference from like switching from my old card. Let me go ahead and auto duel this guy. If I can think of any other questions to answer. But yeah, the 1050 Ti I think it's kind of overkill for what I'm using it. I do some light Overwatch, but nothing much. And when it comes to the event, Dr. Villain Traveler event, I haven't really done much of anything. I haven't even touched the game the entire day. Had a really busy day, so haven't played at all. I don't have the third golem yet, and hopefully I'll try to play some tomorrow and see if I can go ahead and get into the third golem. But so far I think he's gonna, or not, he might not win this auto duel. It was gonna be thanks to the Oracle. No, he manages to get it. Okay. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave it at. If you have, again, any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the description below. If you enjoy the video, leave a like. And if you are enjoying my content, I'd truly appreciate it if you guys subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. One quick thing is I may or may not have time to do a video tomorrow or for the rest of the week. If I do, they're going to be something over like my phone, so it's not going to have any type of editing or anything. So be on the lookout for that. Or, hit that bell icon if you want to go ahead and keep up to like updated to whenever I post the videos. I guess I'll see you guys next time.